It's amazing, even at our age, I still feel nervous. So good morning, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen. We'd like to present to you a bit the work we are doing in the region as this lay movement Fondacio. And I'm Charles from Malaysia. I'm married. I'm a father of 3 children. I started my career in the corporate sector, banking and finance. I've done my studies in management and everything. And one day, after I had my master's, I thought, that's it. My career is set. And I felt this restlessness in my heart and found myself the last 23 years in ministry, full-time formation work. Sophal?
My name is Sophal. I'm married with 1 daughter, and I graduated in economic and agriculture, and now I finished my master. Yeah, that's all.
And full-time?
And full-time worker for the diocese.
Yeah. Thank you. So we just... Yesterday, sorry, that's not too clear. Yesterday, I just picked up the challenges in Asia. I think the speaker spoke of environmental issues. Can't see? Security and fundamentalism that's growing across Asia. I think all of us feel more and more affected by the growing terrorism. In Malaysia, there is a government effort at Islamization. And just recently, the diocese has decided to set up youth ministry work because there are thousands of young East Malaysians who are being converted into Islam in West Malaysia by government pressure. And we haven't had any support for them all these years. Another challenge is disparity, that came up. Income disparity across Asia, very obvious. People are being pushed aside. And in all this context, that's a bit painting the context of Asia, In this context, let's not forget that Catholics are 1.9%. We are a minority. And if you take away dear Philippines, we are left with 0.3% of Catholics across Asia. It's a small, tiny minority. What is the difference we are going to make? And how? What's our strategy? So one of the things that we started is this Institute of Formation in the Philippines, where we invite graduates like Sophal and other young adults from the region to go through a year of studies and formation that they can make a difference in their own countries, in their own professions. I don't know. Yeah. Over the years, the last 9 years now, Fondacio also has institutes in the 4 continents, in Europe, working with the Catholic University of Angers, in Africa, in Togo, working with St. Paul's Seminary, in Asia, working with the Jesuit Xavier University in Manila, and in South America with the Jesuit University in Chile. So why this? The first is this building leadership, And leadership, it means this challenge of becoming integrated, faith and life put together. So it's not just accumulating knowledge, it's this process of transformation. Do I allow myself to be converted every day by Jesus Christ in what I'm doing? Second, and it's ongoing, this journey of transformation, it never finishes. I can never say I'm done. It's ongoing. The second is this empowering Asia's laity. I think in the midst of these massive challenges we face, how do we empower our people to respond to these issues, to bring faith and life, faith and economics, faith and business, faith and politics, faith and social work? Even in the church, sometimes we forget faith when we are doing social work. Empowering Asia's laity. Yesterday, Father Robert spoke of, man made in the image and likeness of God. And yes, we believe in that, that we believe that each one can be co-responsible, called to be co-responsible, co-creator with God in this work of ongoing creation. It's not finished, and we have a role to play. And therefore, to give meaning and relevance as Christians, to help these young adults discover the meaning, the purpose of their life, in what they are doing, where they are doing, and to make a difference. So I'd just like to show you a 4 minutes video.
Our students come from different countries in Asia to attend a 3-year program. 1 year in the Philippines and 2 years of internship when they return back to their respective countries. The Institute particularly engages sending organizations like dioceses, parishes, NGOs to send young people for this formation to develop their potentials for the benefit of these organizations as well. The formation we offer here is holistic and integrated. The 11-month formation in the Institute is composed of 4 modules. Human module is one of it. It emphasizes on the personal growth and development of the person. Second is the spiritual module. It integrates both the faith and life. The third one, which is the pastoral module, is to help students to develop necessary tools and skills for effective leadership for their ministries and missions when they return. And lastly is the social module. What is significant about it is it helps them to understand the challenges of our time.
Can we take a photo together?
Now, as a whole, this program is offered in collaboration with Xavier University Ateneo in Cagayan de Oro.
I like being with all of my friends from all over Asia, learning about their culture and also experiencing this journey together with them.
I would like to transform myself as a leader and also to discover myself more. And I believe that when I go back to my country, I will be able to empower the leaders among the youth as well.
I learned from it different communication skill and leadership and management skill.
I'm able to discover myself, and aside from that, I also have so many opportunities and chances to go for social exposure, which have helped me to understand and to see the realities of the society today.
I just finished the formation last year, and as part of my 2 years internship, I am assisting in the formation team of this institute, and at the same time, with another If Asia graduates, we are implementing the Youth Development Center, which is a training program for the out-of-school youth. This internship provides me a wider learning experience, and at the same time, the continuous mentoring allows me to improve and develop my skills.
Invite Sophal to continue sharing his experience in Cambodia. Sophal.
Good morning. As you see in the video, the young people have 1 year formation. As for me, after I graduate from my study economic agriculture, and I work with the NGO and one's company. And in 2007, I went for the formation for 1 year in the Philippines. And after formation, I came back to the reality in Cambodia. I worked full-time for the Phnom Penh Diocese. In the first 2 years, I just work as the coordinator for youth and children to prepare the pastoral plans, conduct some program, and go around to meet young people and children and have them with the kinds of their needs in the countryside, in the province, because I in the city in Phnom Penh. So after 2-year mission, my bishop asked me to prepare and form a school for the young people. So this school we call St. Justin School that has 2-year formation to train for the young people and the young adults who graduate from high school, and for those who graduate from university that they don't have chance to go to study in university, so they can go to this school to study. And I work for 4 years. Until now, I work for 4 years for this school and 7 years as a full-time worker for the coordinator. And last 3 years, Bishop is asking me to become a member of his council. And in his council, only Cambodia, only me as the lay Cambodia, all are foreigner, because Cambodia is the missionary church. All are priests and bishop is a foreigner. And only 5 local priests in Cambodia. And only me as the lay people to join this council and work with them. And for all this kind of work, I really want to build 3 things in my mind. It's the first, to bring hope to the young people in Cambodia through education and training, because they really need all this kind of formation and training. And second, I want to build the real Khmer church, real Cambodia church, with cooperation with all missionaries from outside Cambodia. And the third, I want to tell and give message to all the Cambodia lay people as well, all the lay person, to take courage and stand to work together with religious, with father, sister, and bishop to build the church. So we can work together to build our church. So I have one question to ask myself also. Why am I today still doing this? Because currently Cambodia church and Cambodia society really need person to commit to work for them to discover their dignity of human being, especially for the young people, because Cambodia is one of the broken countries that runs through many difficulties through the political situation. And currently now I still in the process of the cycle formation. Every year I have to go to have attend the training in IFA Fundasio for 2 or 3 times per year to take more knowledge and some skill to help other young people in my country. Thank you very much.
Just a word. These are, today there are students coming from about 11 countries, and these are the dioceses they come from. But I want to say one of the challenges that we discovered as we worked with these young adults, these young graduates, is I think in business we talk of upstream, downstream, no? We realize upstream in the church, in the institutional church, often there is no basic programs of formation for these young adults. So many of them arrive without, they have never opened the Bible. They don't know what is the structure, how structures work in the church, etc. So there's upstream work to be done. Downstream, we find when they go back to their local churches, even if it's 50 years after Vatican II, many of them don't get the kind of support they need, or the mentoring or the coaching on the job. They're left alone. So there's a need not only to work as an institute, but to do upstream work and downstream work to ensure that, what you put in, you talk of product, process, input, process, output. The output cannot be excellent if the inputs are lacking. No? So we start to work in partnership with local churches to set up basic programs in their own countries as first semester preparatory work process, and then mentoring and support downstream when they go back. So I just show you a little what are these young adults doing when they go back. Sorry, I'll jump that. One of the alumni has started this goat rearing. It's a business that is being done in his village. We just took that business model and made it into a social business. Identify the poorest families, help them have a livelihood, use their profit or the income to run the school. That's the school that you see over there in this village. Children they don't go to school whole day. They still have to help their families, but at least they get to go to school 3 hours a day. They are Buddhists, Muslims, and Catholics in this village working together. The parish priest, because of this boy, the parish priest is now working with the president of the village and doing this project. We had to raise about 20,000 euros to support this project for 5 years. And he's able to teach. Martin is, time's up. A project where they work with young adults of Buddhist Muslims in Myanmar to reach out to other religious, very good interreligious work on the ground. They call it clubs. China, evangelization camps. Malaysia, work with migrants. Laos, pastoral planning and structural accompaniment of dioceses. Philippines, support to Yolanda Relief. And now this alumni have gone on to set up livelihood projects. Youth Development Center in Payatas, a slum area in the Philippines. Camps, sessions. What do we ask of you? Permit me this 1 minute, no? Dare to call young adults, to call graduates, to call the executive and professionals in your offices to say, take a year for your faith, take a year for your life, take a year of formation. No? Support that. I think it's not crazy to think that it's still possible that the Lord can still touch and use young executives in very different ways. So dare to call them, first request. Second, we need mentors, volunteers for projects. On the ground, just parish priest alone doesn't work. They are overloaded. We need professionals like you who can help coach, who can help mentor them on the projects. Third, we need scholarships and sponsorship to support the studies of some of these students. Many of them who come from the poorer communities or churches are unable to pay basic school fees. They earn, in Philippines, one of the girls who are supporting in this education earns $150 a month, and she gives $100 to her own family for her sister's education. How can she pay up any fees? No? So we help in that. Your prayers, that's always appreciated. So if you want to get more information, we have put these brochures, the program, a little bit on Fundacio, and there is a scholarship support. And there's a little book we have written on empowering Asia's laity. Thank you for your time. Let's make it happen for the new generation of Asians.